Hey everyone, Damon. I just wanted to announce that there's going to be a couple of changes coming to the TAWF YouTube channel and kind of just in general or in and around TAWF. So I came up with this idea of TAWF TV, and the big reason was because I was reading a Reddit thread about wrestling podcasts and how people were saying that they don't like when the podcast hosts have sidebar conversations and things like that because they only want to hear the wrestling talk. And I thought to myself, well, that's what I like to hear. Like, I like to know that the people that do wrestling podcasts aren't just these robots that are only there to talk about wrestling. I like to hear about their other interests and their opinions on other things, pop culture, kind of the world. It's interesting to get those takes on those things from wrestling personalities. So, I saw those reactions to people not really liking the sidebar conversations, and I thought that's kind of our thing when we do these podcasts. Like, the sidebar conversations are kind of what sets us apart because I don't really have any wrestling experience other than helping do paint the canvas, and I've set up some wrestling rings a couple times in my life. Like, I've never taken a bump. I've never been. I've done wrestling commentary, but I've never been an actual wrestler or anything like that. So I don't really have any serious credibility as far as like my opinion goes. I'm just a fan. But John obviously has trained to be a wrestler 2 times. He does wrestling commentary all the time, and he's got like legitimate fighting experience and all that sort of thing. So his opinion, I think, is very valid. And then when Lino, whenever he gets a chance to join the show, Joey Lino, that is, they lend a little bit of credibility, but the sidebars are kind of what sets us apart because I don't think we can sit up here and give our opinions like we're Dave Meltzer or we have the real built-in fan base from like streaming or things like that from a show from like Deadlock. We don't have like the journalistic perspective like Jack Encarnacio on the Laps fan. So I said, you know what, those sidebar conversations still kind of need a place to go when it's time for us to bring back the podcast. So I decided to create TAWF TV to host those sidebar conversations. And those sidebar conversations will, I guess, what's the best way to put it? Take on new life in the identity of 2 shows that I did before, which are Downriver Top Team and Worst Millennials. So a lot of our sidebar conversations about like pop culture, things like that, those will be posted on the TAWF TV account as Worst Millennials. And then also, anytime we talk about MMA, those sorts of things, I'll take those conversations and post them as Downriver Top Team videos. Now, as I get back in the groove of trying to do podcasting and videos and things like that, I will, possibly consider making them full-fledged podcasts again. Like Worst Millennials, I'm leaning really heavily towards doing full-time again, just because I miss having off-the-wall conversations with my friends about pop culture and life and just saying really stupid shit with them. Downriver Top Team, I don't know if I'll make it a full-fledged podcast, but I definitely would like to make short videos about fighting. That's something that I obviously still keep up with and I'm very passionate about. So I really want a place to kind of put those opinions and thoughts out into the world and see what other people think. So that being said, I guess this is the official launch of TAWF TV, or rebranding, I guess. So the Accidental Wrestling Fan would still be its own thing, but all of the videos and that major visual content are all going to be housed under TAWF TV. But when I get some time to set up Worst Millennials like Podbean account, it would be its own separate RSS feed. So Worst Millennials is making a comeback. TAWF TV is now up and running, and I hope to be seeing you guys a lot more over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. It's been a long ride. It's been a lot of thinking, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to get back in the game. So yeah, see you guys soon.